What I equate this journey and this moment here to is running a marathon. I was a marathoner before I decided to enroll in veterinary school. So marathon's 26.2 miles, and I feel I'm at mile like 24 is what it feels like. It's those last 2 miles that are just, it takes heart and soul, and that's all in grit. That's all you have to push through to the end. And I know the next year and a half won't necessarily be easy, but it's going to be so worth it. Applying everything from the last 2.5 years is what excites me most. I'm a very hands-on person. I like to move. It's been very hard to sit in the classroom all this time. Now I get to be a part of the action. I faced a lot of challenges. I left my husband 1,000 miles away with my house and most of my pets to come here. And I dealt with that by throwing myself headfirst into everything that the school has to offer, because this is temporary, and while it's really hard to be away from my family, I mean, my mother, my brother, all my friends are out in Maine, and I'm here by myself. And because I had all this extra time, I made the most of it by joining all the clubs, taking part in wet labs, volunteering at local shelters. My mother and my best friend, who I've known since I was 7, have been my daily supports. They are the people who are coding me at the transition ceremony. They are the people who, from the moment I said I want to go to vet school, were like, absolutely, this is what you're meant to do. I was just waiting for you to say it. So they're my biggest supports. And of course my husband, who I wouldn't have been able to do this if it weren't for him being okay to take this sacrifice for himself. This was my second marathon in life, was to do this. And it took a lot of mental fortitude to get here. And so don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, and you belong here. The 2 things I'll be saying to myself.
It's exciting to finally leave the classroom work behind and actually apply all that book knowledge into practice. You know, once we get that white coat, we're officially like baby doctors, and it's kind of scary and exciting, but it's good practice for us before we're let out on our own. And it's just exciting to see where we'll find our strengths and weaknesses and our niches, and really hone in on them and improve them. And this is the time for us to train and practice to be the best doctor we can be. I think, you know, we've all had these different journeys to get here. I actually used to work as a research specialist at a pharmaceutical company, and putting on that white coat is almost like solidifying that all of our hard work and efforts went to something. It came into something, and this is our prize. Like we finally did it. My friends and family have been my biggest support. Even though they're like 400 miles away, they've been a big support whenever I needed them. They've really kept me grounded and just kept reminding me why I'm here, and that I can do it and I'm supposed to do it, and it's all gonna work out in the end. And I think I've honestly become more empathetic to just being exposed to all these animals and hearing the plights of people and seeing how much they love their pets, and knowing that it's our job to take care of them and treat them. It's definitely gotten me a little softer too.
I think that this moment really gives like a lot of validation to the hard work that I put into doing this. It wasn't easy, but I think that it means so much to myself and the growth that I have had throughout this program, and it's just a lot of validation. The most thing that excites me most about going into clinics is that I finally get to do what I have been studying for. Being able to be with those animals and really be a part of that process of helping them, it means the world to me, and I cannot wait to do that. And it excites me and gets me so much jitters just thinking about it. I'll be thinking about me in undergrad, waiting for this moment. I really do think that this is something that I wanted my entire life, and it actually is happening.
I was inspired to pursue veterinary medicine when I was in 1st grade. My class had a career day, so they had parents come and share their professions with us. And I had a classmate that had a mom that was a veterinarian, and she came into our class, and I remember her pulling out a cat x-ray. And when she pulled out that x-ray, I just knew that I wanted to be a vet. During vet school, I think I've grown by figuring out what my needs are, like as a person, as a student, and figuring out how to tailor my life around that. I think when I was younger, a lot of the times I just set these random expectations for myself, and then I was disappointed when I didn't achieve the success that I wanted. But it's those moments that really help build you up as a person and help you improve. And now looking back, I see those moments and see how they really helped me be a better person. And I'm going to be a better vet because I had those moments where I wasn't so sure of how things were going to go, or maybe times when I had to fail the first time in order to get better. I think what I'll miss the most about didactics is just seeing our whole entire class every day. It's so nice to come to school every single day and see your friends and see people that are going through the exact same experience as you. It's just nice that we all have that shared understanding of how hard and new the journey is for us. And once you start clinics, you don't get to see everybody all the time. Everyone's off in different places. So I'll really miss that and having that big community right there, but I'm sure that we'll still keep in touch. My coders are both my parents, so my mom and my dad. When they place that white coat on me, I think I'll just be thinking of how proud I am of all of us, not just me, but also them, because they worked really hard all of their lives to make sure that I had this opportunity to be a veterinarian. They always just encouraged me and believed in me, and yeah, without them, I wouldn't have made it this far. So I think I'll just be proud of all of us.
I think the reason why you all started in the first place, was to help animals, right? That's kind of the core why we're here. I think that having that as a grounding factor is really, it keeps you through at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. And that's what we're here for, and that's why we're doing this. My dad was a farrier growing up, so I got to ride around with him doing that. And I joined the Army after high school, so it wasn't my first plan. And when I was deployed, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do when I got out. I always love animals and decided to start the mission here. It's definitely a big transition. It's a big milestone to get out of the academic side, and I'm excited. Like I said, it's a turning point. My wife, for sure. We had our second son while I was in school, so our family's grown bigger. I've definitely dealt with hardships and adversities, but I think just overcoming those has been big. I definitely overcoming those hurdles has been good. You're gonna deal with highs and lows, and there's no getting away from that. At the end of the day, it's how you respond, to any kind of stressor. It's been a long ride, but it's worth it. It's definitely had its low moments, and it's definitely had its high moments, but I'm glad I did it. I've definitely grown more with small animal knowledge, and I still would like to do some small when I get out. There's something that you're not gonna know that well here, and you're gonna have to take some time and dig into it and deal with the fact that you didn't know it, and that's really it. Be resilient, be open to critiques.
As far as I can remember, my mom has basically been telling me since about 6 years old that I've wanted to be a veterinarian. She would always catch me trying to doctor up my stuffed animals or little play figurines. So basically starting there, and then I was really hooked on Animal Cops Houston, which kind of got me rolling on the veterinary track. Getting to study with my peers in the CSL, being able to use the models after school and running there after exams, and trying to catch up on what we got wrong or what we need to study, even though we just had the most exhausting exam day. So we're like, oh, we just had a 4-hour exam, now let's go run back and see what we missed. Even though we should go home and sleep it off, but trying to go back there and everybody be like, no, I was right, no, I was right, this is right. And then it's all kind of working together basically after every exam of first and second year. So having that type of friendship to be able to talk things over after exams is definitely super rememberable, and I'm gonna have those friendships probably forever. Going into this white coat ceremony and getting into clinics is that signifier of you finally made it, that it's something so exciting that nobody can put a feeling to. So being finally there is just exciting, for sure. I had my son the very first day of second year. So after giving birth, I was on my laptop and taking a quiz for Dr. Thomas's class. So I think adjusting to veterinary school, second year, and being a new mom has been exhilarating, exhausting, fun, and trying to overcome all of that alone is also something I've been trying to tell myself that you can't do. So another thing I've learned to grow in is relying on other people, and I could not have done it without my peers here, especially in the 2026 class. I am being coached by my partner, Ray Mitchell, and our son, Ray Mitchell III. I hope he's not crying. And I hope I'm an inspiration to him, that he can do anything he wants.
I think in the summers leading up to this year, particular year, my favorite phrase was always, or question was always, do you want to scrub in? And something about the OR makes me just excited, and I've always gravitated towards surgery. This year is the third year you get to perform your own surgeries. So my first solo surgery was certainly the most memorable. I think for me and most other of my classmates, it's always, the impetus is always a special animal in their life. And while that's true for me, I am an untraditional student. So I am a licensed attorney, practiced for 20 years. Around 15 years, I decided it was very rewarding, but I needed something more. And I was feeling unfulfilled. So I did some very monster soul searching and decided to pursue a dream that I thought was formerly unattainable. I think what I'm gonna miss the most actually has to do with my classmates, seeing them every day collectively as a group, because we're all in this together. And as soon as we get to clinics, we split up into small groups. And I won't be able to see everyone every day. So I think that while this is a great move for us and it is our next step, I worry that the last time that we're going to be a unit is right now, other than maybe graduation or a reunion. This journey at this time, this moment, is validation. That's the word that I can think of. I think you come in here and you're very nervous and you're very excited, and you think you can do it, and sometimes it's waves of yes I can, imposter syndrome, can I do this? And I think at this point, reaching it here, it's validation that yes, I can do this, I am doing this, and I'm gonna be one heck of a veterinarian.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to Michigan State University College of Veterinary Medicine. Woo! I'm Dean Kim Dodd, and as a new dean, I am especially excited to stand here with you today. This is my first opportunity to celebrate a class making this pivotal transition into the clinical phase of their education. But before we go any further, I want to take a moment to recognize those who have been with you every step of the way. Your family, friends, mentors, and colleagues. They've supported you, encouraged you, provided snacks, and tolerated dinner conversations only held by vet nursing and DVM students. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Scattered throughout this theater, we have the college's faculty and staff, many of whom have played a pivotal part in your education so far and are here to celebrate as well. Will the faculty and staff of the college who are here today please stand? Woo-hoo! All right, students, DVM and vet nursing students. Today marks a defining moment in your journey, a milestone that represents more than just a transition in your education. By putting on this white coat, you are stepping into a new role, one that brings you closer to the heart of veterinary medicine, the patients who will rely on your knowledge, your skill, and your compassion. You've memorized all the pathways and all the processes, the diseases and the treatments, every bone in the equine skeleton, and you survived pharmacology. But today, your learning shifts in a profound way. From this moment forward, you'll apply that knowledge to real patients, real families, and real lives. This is the moment where veterinary medicine gets real. When you realize it's not just about the science, it's about heart. It's about holding the paw of a beloved pet and the hand of its worried owner. It's about diving deep into the unknown to solve mysteries that protect animal and human health. It's about making decisions guided by ethics, empathy, and evidence. This transition is as much about trust as it is skill. The moment you put on this coat, you become a vital part of our veterinary community. Animals can't advocate for themselves, and their owners will look to you for guidance and reassurance. It's a responsibility that's both humbling and extraordinary, and this is who we are as veterinary professionals. As you move forward, remember this: the white coat does not mean you have to be perfect. You will not have all the answers, and you are not expected to. What it does signify is your commitment to learning, to listening, to improving with every case, and to honoring the privilege of caring for your patients. Today, we celebrate how far you've come, but more importantly, we look ahead to the work that still lies before you in your clinical year. Veterinary medicine is demanding. It is challenging, but it's also one of the most rewarding callings in the world, and you're needed now more than ever before. Here we go. Class of 2026, you've got this. As we celebrate this important milestone, it's also essential to recognize the broader veterinary community that our students are stepping into. The Michigan Veterinary Medical Association has long been a champion for veterinary professionals across our state, providing support, advocacy, and resources to help them thrive. We are honored to have the president of the MVMA with us today to share a few words. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Matt Hines.
Thanks, Dr. Dodd. Greetings, everybody, future colleagues. Let me start by simply saying I'm very proud of each and every one of you for your accomplishments today, and let's have a big celebration. It's a really big step. Anyhow, I'm Matt Hines, as Dr. Dodd said, president of the MVMA for 2025 and a 2009 graduate of this institution. And boy, when I walked across the stage, did I ever think I would be up here again? That's the magic of this profession. It really takes you places you'd never imagine. Now, I'm sure all of you are super eager to get these white coats on and get to some animal fixing. But before we do, it's important we take a moment to recognize what it all means. The white coat isn't just a uniform that's very easy to mess up. This is a world record for my clean white coat. Or a pleasantry for the clients. It's a symbol of professionalism and care, and a recognition that you are about to become not just animal experts, but everything that a DVM and or veterinary nurse represents, in whatever form that may be. As you move from the academic to the clinical portion of your education, remember this moment. Remember what you think you'll be doing in 5 or 10 years. It'll really blow your mind when you look back. As a veterinarian so far, I've worked extensively in private practice, over 50 different practices. I've been a teacher at Wayne State University. I've worked for zoos and aquariums. I've been part of too numerous to count research studies. And most recently, I am one of the owners of an emergency and critical care unit for small animals. And I really can tell you I never thought I would be doing that. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. The veterinary field is endless. And all because one day in 2008, I put on this white coat. Who knows what we'll all be doing in 5 or 10 years from now. I'm a little weird. I like art and poetry, not just science. So what this white coat represents to me is potential. It's a pure blank slate on which you will write your own awesome veterinary story. It tells people who see it, this person has superpowers and wants to help. And while the power in this coat can take you many places, it's important to remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Many of you, in the very near future, will hold people's hopes and fears as well as actual life and death in your hands. It's a lot. So as you don this magnificent white garment, keep in mind why you are here and what your personal veterinary mission is. Let me encourage you to never lose that. It will become more and more important as you face challenging times in your life and career. Remember that purpose, and it'll get you through anything. Now last, and I'll sum up, if you can keep this one thing with you, remember to have fun. This is a fun job. You should be having fun. Not always, but enough of it. Whether in large or small animal, whether practicing, teaching, researching, inspecting, or anything else you happen to be doing in your career, leave room for happiness. During your clinical rotations, I encourage you to enter each one with an open mind, learn all you can, and take any opportunities that come your way that interest you. There are a million different jobs in veterinary medicine. Which one do you think suits you best? The clinical phase is your chance to explore and find out. The small piece of advice I received in my final year of vet school that has served me well as a guiding principle and really made my career is, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Anyhow, congratulations again to each and every one of you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'm really honored to be here amongst you.
Thank you, Dr. Hines, for your words of encouragement and for the MVMA's continued support of our students and the profession. And I want to reiterate one other thing you talked about, which is that the joy that comes with being a member of the veterinary profession. Now, as we mark the official transition of our students from the preclinical to their clinical studies, I'd like to invite Taylor Epp, Assistant Dean of the Veterinary Nursing Program, along with Dr. Rob Fowkes, Interim Associate Dean of Professional Education, and Dr. Julie Strakota, the Director of Clinical Education, to lead us through this next important step.
Thank you, Dean Dodd. Today marks a pivotal moment in the academic journey of our students. We are proud to officially welcome them into the clinical phase of their education. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it's time to present the white coats. So I'd like to introduce Taylor Epp, who will present the veterinary nursing students with their white coats.
First, we have Hannah Campbell being coated by Robert Campbell. Rachel Caldwell Fresneda, being coded by Daniel Fresneda Rojas. Bailey Conrad, being coded by Carol and Craig Conrad. Caitlin Cunningham, being coded by Eric Cunningham. Leah Delbaney, being coded by Anthony and Corinne Delbaney. Renee Dickey, being coded by Jennifer and Hugh Dickey. Andy Drew, being coded by Aaron and Mitt Drew. Jenna Driscoll, being coded by Ann and Mike Driscoll. Alyssa Dudanis, being coded by Andrea and Lonnie Dudanis. Caitlin Gilliam, being coded by Noah and Madeline Gilliam. Hope Goosen, being coded by Zachary Olson. Julia Hoffman, being coded by Holly and Dan Hoffman. Sierra Johnson, being coded by Richard and Sherry Johnson. Paige Kolick, being coded by Shannon and Andrew Kolick. Reese Leversey, being coded by Sherry Mahaney and Thomas Supnick. Nathaniel Mishaw, being coded by Maya Pearson and Christy Sneed. Elizabeth Moran, being coded by Andrea and Patrick Moran. Sydney Murray, being coded by Hope and Dave DeYoung. Presley Pappard, being coded by Debbie Pappard. Sydney Pierce, being coded by Isabel Green and Gina Malpelli. Meredith Ridd, being coded by Barbara Ridd. Go ahead. Madison Swearingen, being coded by Gina Mapelli. Grace Trax, being coded by Brian and Beth Trax. Celine Welch, being coded by Lacidra Jones and Darnell Welch. Hannah Young, being coded by Jessica Neerman. Let's give one more round of applause for our veterinary nursing students. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Rob Folks and Dr. Julie Strakota to the podium to present the DVM students with their white coats.
Sweet. Lacey May Acosta, who will be coated by Alonso Acosta.
Ariel Althine being coated by Jennifer and Joel Althine.
Max Ames, coated by Ken Ames and Lauren Knoll Ames.
Ariana Antizana being coated by Dr. Madeline Pino and Dr. Alex Antizano.
Christopher Au, coated by Dr. Sarah Choi.
Shayla Byrich being coated by Sarah Brettig.
Okay. Julia Baker, coated by Debbie Baker.
Kate Basmajan being coated by George and Payu Basmajan.
Katie Beaton, coated by Brad Tegela.
Jennifer Becerra being coated by Joe and Regina Becerra.
Travis Bowling, coated by Deborah Bowling and Jeffy Hewlett.
Cecilia Brandt being coated by Dr. Jen Trapani and Nikki Cheffin.
Alison Brownboker, coated by William and Christina Brownboker.
Sarah Budnick, being coated by Michelle Budnick.
Cindy Cardona, coated by Ivan Taronis.
JC Carpenter, being coated by Jack Carpenter.
Michaela Casellari, coated by Marissa Casellari.
Hope Catneys, being coated by Dr. Mary H. Fales.
Danielle Chorba, coated by Robert Chorba and Dr. Matthew Beale.
Samantha Christensen, being coated by Bob and Colton Christensen.
Bridget Kraft, coated by Ray and Monty Mitchell.
Madeline Dashiell, being coated by Elizabeth Dashiell and Diet Zan.
Ann Domer, coated by Dr. Laurie Nelms and Elvis Gibbs.
Tori Duffy, being coded by Maddie Leitzel.
Amanda Ebersberger, coated by Kathy Christol and Barry Ebersberger.
Bethany Eakins, being coded by James and Darlene Eakins.
Christina Sophia Iliades, coated by Mayas and Alice Iliades.
Lexa Elzerman, being coded by Owen Wooster.
Hannah Forrester, coated by Dr. Lauren Brandt.
Hannah Frimidig, being coded by Nanette Frimidig and Eric Frimidig.
Maria Gallo, coated by Dr. Jessica Rees.
Caitlin Gassett, being coded by Haley Gassett.
Caitlin Gerke, being coated by Michael and Bonnie Gerke.
Samuel Golding, being coded by Jenna and Thomas Golding.
Gabriella Greca, being coated by Jessica Sanford and Aaron Greca.
Samantha Hahn, being coded by Robert Hahn and Max Kelly.
Madeline Hennigan, being coated by Melissa and Kevin Hennigan.
Jade Hernais, being coated by Jamie Martellino and Jane Hayes.
Good work. Bethany Hayes, being coated by Pete and Donna Verdine.
Cameron Higgs, being coated by Nicole Higgs.
Alexandra Hill, being coated by Abel Hamida and Deborah Grigorsevich.
Darwin Howard, being coated by Wendy Hoover.
Alyssa Hudak, being coated by Vicky Kami.
Katie Johnson, being coated by Matthew Washa.
Sarah Kahn, being coated by Patrick Kahn.
Michaela Kapala, being coated by Todd Richard.
Emily Katz, being coated by Dr. Matthew and Tracy Katz.
Crystal Coiler, being coated by Dr. Rex Bach and Scott Coiler.
Tina Kashku, being coated by Zabi Kashku and Shoei Tazakda.
Bria Kilgore, being hooded by Stacy Donnell and Ty Kilgore.
Cecile Kachayan, being coated by Alex Kachayan.
Kelly Kokonakis, being hooded by Henry Kokonakis.
Carrie Kasiba, being coated by Caroline Kasiba.
Michaela Lagro, being coated by Sarah and Corey Lagro.
Jenny Lin, being coated by Dr. Cindy Zhang.
Lily Luzy, being coated by Dakota Luzy.
Sydney Magazine, being coated by Stephanie and Christopher Magazine.
Alyssa Lynn Malberg, being coated by Lynette Malberg and Anthony Piachak.
Danielle Mansour, being coated by Dunya Mansour.
Lauren Marichek, being coated by Terry and Jerry Thomas.
Shanna Massey, being coated by Karen Hardy and Julia Warren.
Miranda McClellan, being coated by Monica Earls.
Annika Miller, being coated by Marissa and Kevin Miller.
Carolina Mirzoyan, being coated by Arpit Kashishun.
Brianna Musser, being coated by Linda and James Musser.
Mega Narayan, being coated by Kayla Narayan.
Jennifer No, being coated by Toai and Ano No.
Olivia No, being coated by Tom No and Dale Sharp.
Meg Osterling, being coated by Jake Adams and Dakota Hamlin.
Caitlin Osmond, being coated by Dr. Ray Rice.
Kristen Page, being coated by Brady Page and Deb Salad.
Annie Phelps, being coated by Lori and Barb Montalbano.
Emma Plachek, being coated by Drew and Holly Plachek.
Nicole Proctor, being coated by Jamie Langlois and Andrew Pulisic.
Shane Rady, being coated by Dr. John and Sarah Rady.
Gabrielle Ramaco, being coated by Jake Curley. Lindsay Regnis, being coated by Seth Regnis.
Sarah Richmond, being coated by Scott and Natal Richmond.
Paige Reese, being coated by Michael Reese.
Alex Roberts, being coated by Charlotte and Gage Roberts.
Morel Serja, being coated by Lisa Voltz, Mina Gonzalez, and Shirley Serja in spirit.
Bethany Rudness, being coated by Judy and Mark Rudness.
Heather Sales, being coated by Brian Sales.
Grace Self, being coated by Kimberly and Michael Hirth.
Nicole Signer, being coated by Christine Karish and Henry Solis.
Kelsey Stikowski, being coated by Karen and Mike Stikowski.
Lindsay Stringer, being coated by Mark Stringer.
Jennifer Swisher, being coated by Karen Saxton and Colin Swisher.
Danielle Thurman, being coated by Larry and Majo Thurman.
Adelina Tatone, being coated by Dr. Max McCanny-Tatone and Michelle McCanny.
Marissa Tetzloff, being coated by Todd and Lizette Tetzloff.
Haley Van Beck, being coated by Micah and Julie Van Beck.
Lindsay Trevino, being coated by Stephanie and Michael Trevino.
Melissa Vaughan, being coated by Daryl and Stoiner Vaughan.
Bailey Versluis, being coded by Robin and Brad Versluis.
Emmeline Walter, being coated by James Walter and Kathleen Gould.
Nicole Waters, being coded by Paula and Benjamin Waters.
Andrew Wells, being coated by Hilda Bokos.
You know, I genuinely thought this morning when I got up and was getting ready that no one, except for maybe the students, could be more excited than I am. But the coders may win if they didn't actually have competition from our 7-month-old golden doodle, Appa, who really couldn't quite contain his excitement. He'll be at the reception later for those of you who didn't get a chance to see him sooner. What a big day. All right, with your coats proudly on, it's time to take the next step in this journey. I'd like to invite Taylor Epp back to the podium to lead our veterinary nursing students in reciting their oath.
Thank you. As you prepare to enter the clinical setting, the veterinary student oath serves as a reminder of the responsibilities and commitment you have chosen to uphold. Please stand and join me in reciting the oath. Ready? On this day, as I continue my pursuit of the veterinary nursing education at Michigan State University College of Veterinary Medicine, I earnestly commit myself to professional development. This includes not only the acquisition of scientific knowledge, but also personal development. I recognize the veterinary nurse's role as an integral part of the animal healthcare team. I will continue to learn my chosen profession from this day forward with integrity and in keeping with the standards of the college and the ethics of veterinary medicine. As a student, I pledge to respect and show compassion for my fellow students, college faculty and staff, the animals under my care, and animal owners. Finally, I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence. Good job. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Julie Strakota, Director of Clinical Education, who will lead our Doctor of Veterinary Medicine students in their oath.
Thank you, Taylor. The veterinary medicine student oath is a tradition that signifies our students' dedication to ethical and professional responsibilities as they step into clinical practice. Veterinary students, please join me in reciting this oath. On this day, we'll start over. On this day, as I continue my pursuit of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree, State University College of Veterinary Medicine, I earnestly commit myself to professional development. This includes not only the acquisition of scientific knowledge, but also personal development. I recognize the veterinarian's role as a leader in society and will continue to learn my chosen profession from this day forward with integrity and keeping with the standards of the college and principles of veterinary medical health. As a professional student, I pledge to respect and show compassion for my fellow students, college faculty and staff, the animals under my care, and animal owners. I accept as a lifelong obligation the continual improvement of my professional knowledge and competence. Very good. To officially welcome you into the clinical phase, I now like to introduce Dr. Kelly Myers, Executive Director of the Veterinary Medical Center.
Thank you, Dr. Strakuta. Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as you take this next important step in your veterinary education. This is a milestone moment. Remember this. Transitioning from the world of textbooks, lectures, and exams into the dynamic and hands-on environment of clinical practice. As we, the faculty, clinicians, and staff of the Veterinary Medical Center could not be more excited to welcome you. Think of this transition like embarking on a long-awaited journey. Your bags are packed. You've mapped out your route. You've spent years preparing for this adventure. You've read the travel guides, studied the landmarks, and now is the time to step onto that path and experience the journey firsthand. Along the way, you'll encounter unexpected detours, breathtaking sights, and invaluable lessons. Some days the road's gonna be smooth, no big deal, and other days you're gonna hit a few bumps, but you're ready. And we're here to guide you, if and when you need us. For each of you, this transition will be filled with incredible learning opportunities, challenges that will push you beyond your comfort zones, and moments of triumph as you apply everything that you've worked so hard to master in the classroom. The thrill of that first case, the weight of responsibility in patient care, and the invaluable lessons you learn from your patients, faculty, and the staff will shape you in ways that you cannot yet imagine. At the Veterinary Medical Center, you will have the opportunity to gain experience from some of the most talented and dedicated professionals in our field. Your faculty, mentors, and hospital staff are not just there to teach you, but to support you, to challenge you, and to help you develop the clinical skills, critical thinking, and confidence necessary to be exceptional veterinary professionals. Take advantage of their knowledge, ask questions, be engaged, and never be afraid to say, I don't know, but I can go look that up for you, because that's where the real learning begins. Veterinary medicine is a team sport. If the hospital were a spaceship, our veterinary nurses, clinicians, and support staff would be mission control, guiding, advising, and making sure you have everything that you need. Listen to them, learn from them, and appreciate them. You're stepping into a collaborative profession where respect, communication, and teamwork will be just as vital as your clinical knowledge. There will be long days. There will be moments of doubt, and some days you'll feel like you're herding cats, literally. But I promise you that there will also be moments of great reward. The first time you see a patient you've helped walk out the door that's healed, The first time a client looks to you with gratitude for the care that you provided, the first time you navigate a difficult case and come out stronger for it, those are the moments that make this journey worthwhile. So as you take this next step, embrace every opportunity, be proactive, be humble, be kind to your patients, to your clients, to each other, and to yourselves. This is a pivotal time in your training, and we are so proud to be a part of it. Welcome to clinics. We're so excited that you're here, and we cannot wait to see you grow into the veterinarians and veterinary nurses you're meant to be. Now let's get to work. Sorry, I can be tough. Thank you. So now I'd like to please welcome Leah Dalbany, our veterinary nursing student representative, and Morel Sirja, president of the DVM class of 2026.
Good afternoon. My name is Leah Dalbany, and I am honored to speak on behalf of the veterinary nursing program at today's White Coat ceremony. Before I begin, I want to thank all of our families, friends, faculty, staff, and peers for joining us as we prepare to transition to the clinical side of our programs. When I first learned about the veterinary nursing program at the start of my freshman year, I had no idea it would be the most beautiful, fulfilling experience of my life. This program has offered not only an exemplary education, but the most supportive group of friends I could ever wish for. The amazing faculty has shaped my peers and I into a group of driven and compassionate young adults who are excited for our futures as veterinary nurses. This program gives us purpose and a strong sense of community. I'm confident that my fellow students chose this path in veterinary medicine because of our shared, undying love for animals great and small. Whether you're becoming a nurse or a doctor, being an advocate for those without a voice is indescribably rewarding. These white coats represent the healing and care that we are privileged to provide to our patients and their families. As a first-generation college student, I am incredibly blessed to be able to pursue such a beautiful career, not out of a need for financial gain, but purely out of a passion to help animals in need. There will always be animals counting on us for our skills and hearts to help heal them, as well as a team of doctors and nurses to help us succeed. To conclude, I would like to emphasize how intelligent, deserving, and respectable veterinary nurses are. Their contributions and work ethic are unparalleled, and I look forward to my peers and I taking part in their greatness very soon. Thank you.
This is some sight. As I described this event to my supporters here today, I said this is not graduation, but it's kind of a big deal. So, big deal indeed. I am Morel Sirja, and I am honored to serve as president for this incredible class. I am what they call a non-traditional student. This was a term new to me until I arrived here, but I've come to learn it means a few things. This is not my first career. I have a whole slew of life experiences under my belt. And I am old. Older. Let's go with that. While all of those things may be true, I consider myself a student just like everyone else. We are an ambitious group of eager minds seeking to learn and master new material. We have shared goals of promoting goodness, fulfilling dreams, and establishing notable reputations and legacies, all while navigating this difficult but rewarding journey together. At orientation, I aimed to meet as many classmates as I could. I was starting a new career after having practiced nearly 20 years in a completely unrelated field, and I was scared. Big change is scary, and I always do better with more information. So I needed to know who you all are. Not just your names and faces, I got all of those, but who you are. And within the first few days, and literally every day thereafter, I found this group to be so remarkable and inspiring that both on the individual and collective levels, I felt for the first time since meeting my best friends from undergraduate studies a long time ago, that I had found my people. And what I love the most is that we all carry a story of how we got here and why. While our common denominator is our love for animals, each story is so unique and powerfully moving. And because it is coupled with differing views, personalities, and life experiences, it makes it our own. We have native Michiganders, out-of-staters, and international students. We have the younger and the older, a few who have served in the military. Some are parents, spouses, first-generation graduates. Several have advanced degrees, and others have come directly from their undergraduate studies. That is quite a diversified mix. We have embraced all of these variances, and in doing so, we have allowed our stories to contribute to the dynamics, inclusiveness, and the growth of this class. This has truly been one wild adventure, one that has pushed us to limit extremes we did not even know existed. They warned us that vet school was like filling up a teacup of knowledge with a fire hose. They were not kidding. And while our cups remained ever overflowing due to the highest blast of information, we encountered and endured every emotion as we faced challenges, conquered fears, dealt with the occasional disappointment, but reveled in our successes. We made friendships, found vet med soulmates, celebrated, encouraged, and challenged each other. We provided support and comfort in times of need, unmanageable stress, hardship, and loss. And no one will forget the strength and resilience we found within ourselves when we all became Spartan strong. Now our didactic portion is complete, and we have received our official white coats to transition into clinics, a final step in our evolution from classmates to colleagues. But these coats are not gifts for our efforts. They serve as an offer from our program, from the faculty and staff who have taught us so well, and from the profession itself. The coat signifies and acknowledges an attained level of competence and skill to carry out all of the responsibilities it embodies. As we accept it, we vow and honor to wear it as a symbol to each other and to the public that we have committed ourselves now and in the future to uphold the health, safety, and welfare of all animal beings we treat. We have fulfilled the rigorous demands to earn our coats. We have proven ourselves through hard work, dedication, and unity. I am so proud of us. I am grateful to be a part of this class, to have learned with you and to have learned from you. I look forward to seeing us thrive and shine on the clinic floor as we get one step closer to becoming the doctors we strive to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah and Mirel, for those beautiful speeches, and thank you for all you do to represent your respective classes. I now want to take a moment and honor our faculty, our teachers. Great teachers do more than share knowledge. They inspire, challenge, and shape the future of our profession. Today, we have the opportunity to recognize 2 educators who have made lasting impacts on our students. Here to present the Teacher of the Year awards are Julia Hoffman from Skanavta and Travis Bowling, the past president of SAVMA. Julia and Travis.
From the start, Gina knew 2 things. She loved animals and she wanted to teach. While pursuing education in college, a newspaper clipping led her to the veterinary technology program at MSU, where she discovered the perfect way to merge both passions. Since graduating in 2006, she has dedicated nearly 20 years to veterinary nursing, excelling in emergency care, neurology, surgery, and leadership, before stepping into what she calls her greatest joy, teaching. In the classroom, Gina is more than an instructor, she is an inspiration. She challenges us to think critically, reflect deeply, and grow, not just as professionals, but as people. She believes that learning should be fun, that mutual respect is the foundation of education, and that we are capable of far more than we sometimes realize. Her compassion, optimism, and unwavering support create an uplifting environment where we feel valued, empowered, and ready to take on the challenges of this profession. More than just teaching the curriculum, Gina brings learning to life in ways that are both fun and interactive. Whether through group activities, sharing personal stories that connect lessons to real-world examples, taking us out to the farms for hands-on practice, or crafting irresistibly cute PowerPoints, she finds creative ways to engage us. Her dynamic approach ensures that we don't just memorize information, we truly understand and retain it, carrying these lessons with us into our careers. She has a rare gift for making even the most complex topics feel manageable and, dare I say, fun. Beyond knowledge and skills, she emphasizes wellness, collaboration, and self-worth. She leads by example, showing us what it means to be compassionate, hardworking, and deeply committed to making a difference. One of the many ways Gina shows her dedication is through personalized feedback that she leaves in our gradebook. She could simply enter a score, but instead, she takes the time to highlight our strengths, acknowledge our progress, and offer words of encouragement. I still remember the excitement of checking the gradebook after our large animal labs, not just to see the grade, but to read her thoughtful comments. Those small but powerful gestures remind us that we are more than just students to her. We are individuals that she truly cares about because she once sat in our very same seats. Gina's impact extends far beyond lectures and labs. She is a mentor who is dedicated not only to ensuring we have the knowledge to care for our patients, but also guiding us towards careers where we can thrive and avoid burnout. Despite juggling a family and pursuing her master's degree, she still finds time to review resumes, write letters of recommendation, and genuinely listen to us, celebrating our victories and standing by us in our struggles. She is the sunshine that brightens our longest days of classes, lifting us up with her contagious energy and unwavering belief in us. Gina, on behalf of all of us, thank you. Thank you for your guidance, your dedication, and your contagious enthusiasm. Thank you for believing in us. Because of you, we will not only become better veterinary nurses, but we will also become better people. Please join me in congratulating our Teacher of the Year, Gina Malpelli.
For someone who likes talking, I'm suddenly very nervous. No, it is a true privilege to be a part of your journey, to know you. And I am incredibly grateful, humbled, honored to be recognized in this way. It is a wonderful gift in life to be able to do something that you love so much with people that you care about so much. And none of that is possible or even matters if it isn't for amazing colleagues and incredible students. I am so very proud of you. And I'm shaking like a little leaf up here, sorry. Watching you grow, not only in skills and knowledge, but competence and character is the greatest reward that I could ever ask for. You're truly incredible people. And as you start clinics, remember that not everybody gets the opportunity to make a difference, but a good nurse can, and a good doctor can, even more so working side by side together. I congratulate both classes on this accomplishment, future colleagues, future doctors, and thank you again. I'm truly honored. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Gina. And congratulations again to both of the classes on getting your white coats. I truly don't think that I'd be here without you all. Hi again, my name is Travis. I am the outgoing president of the MSU chapter of the Student American Veterinary Medical Association. In this role, I had the privilege of representing our school at a local and national level. I am honored today as president of SAVMA to present the award for SAVMA Teacher of the Year. Over the past 2.5 years, we have been given an incredible opportunity to work with a vast group of amazing clinicians here. Each one has played a valuable and influential part of our veterinary education, and we would not have made it this far without them. Every year, the class going into clinics is given the difficult decision to vote on an instructor to be awarded. This year's teacher is someone we've known since our first year. He paved the foundation of how to build a client-doctor relationships through effective communication and trust. He is a movie buff, always asking for movie recommendations, and he can even do an amazing Australian accent, might I add. But most of all, this teacher has shown true passion for helping us in every way he can. He goes the extra mile, whether it's taking time to help perfect our sutures and mask removals, or even being our Santa during the holiday pet portraits. He advises the Michigan Community Street Clinic, which helps hundreds of people and their pets in need. He leads with compassion, dedication, and integrity to not only students, but also to the veterinary field. This teacher truly embodies what it means to be a veterinarian and has become our model to our class. Please join me and my colleagues in congratulating this year's recipient of the SAVMA Teacher of the Year Award, Dr. David Emery. Congratulations.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Wow. First off, Travis, I'm humbled, so I appreciate such kind words. I agree with Morel that this is kind of a big deal, your white coat ceremony. And the class of 2026 is truly unique and special class. It's pretty dear and near to my heart. And I know you're thinking, hey, you must say that to all the classes, but I don't. And I'll tell you why. The very first lecture I ever gave at the vet school was to your class in client communications. And you're the first class that I've ever been able to follow all the way from your first year until now. To be able to see you go from those awkward client interactions and those videos, the Learning Assessment Center and all that, to then seeing your transformation of being confident and capable surgeons in junior surgery, I'm still in awe. I think about just the transformation that you've undergone, and it's pretty crazy. And to think that I might have had even the smallest impact on that progression is really, truly humbling. To receive this award justifies so many life decisions that I've made to be able to come to this point now, and it means more than I have the eloquence really to truly describe. I couldn't be prouder of each and every single one of you, and I can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish in clinics. Thank you.
Congratulations again to both of our outstanding educators. And a huge thank you to all of our speakers and presenters today, and for the individuals here signing as well. To our students, this is just the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your veterinary careers. Embrace every opportunity, stay curious, and never stop learning. Congratulations again, and best of luck in your clinical experiences. It is now time for us to start the celebration. There is a reception outside. We welcome all of you to stay, to mingle, to take photos, and to celebrate. Thank you again for being here, and congratulations again to the class of 2026.